Hey, good morning. Doing adjustments and last minute stuff today. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I had to remember what day.
It's Thursday.
I've already done some like really derpy stuff this morning that proved that I was not awake because I was telling him he needed to get his chair for in here and it was sitting right next to me. So, good morning.
Which I had done 10 minutes earlier. Not rubbing it in. Just I cleared the stuff that was off on it earlier and carried it in here while you were getting dressed or whatever.
In my defense, I haven't had any
of
this
she
yet.
has not. She's
like that's gonna help, but okay, since I'm not awake, I will let you go first.
Supposed to, but it's been a long time since I've read this. But I remember the concept, and I've seen it a lot in recent years, or something very similar. And I've seen
the trope. You mean, or the
the trope that isn't a trope; it's reality, pretty much now.
Yeah.
This is
talking about that.
idol, spelled with the Japanese. Idol. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is about a virtual avatar of a female persona that all the J-pop kids all adore, and there is something that goes on in the story. I'm not going to ruin the story plot, but there's an investigation and there's an involvement between someone beyond correspondence with the avatar that turns ugly, that requires investigation. But what I'm getting at is this story predicts that kind of thing when he wrote that book.
Because we're talking about Twitch.
Today we have people who create, V streamers who aren't really themselves, and they have like 1 million followers or something.
Yeah, the digital avatars.
And the digital avatar, the cartoon that they're acting behind, has a voice oftentimes that is not their own. And there's a few out there.
I actually have downloaded the one streaming thing.
Iron Mouse is one. There's a bunch of others, but she's really popular. She has like over 1 million viewers, 1 million followers. There are probably others, but like, I was watching a guy on YouTube who was talking about an interview he did with a guy who's actually a female avatar, and he uses like voice equipment for doing his streams and stuff because he's a guy, obviously. But this book, I can't remember when it was written, but it's been many years. Should be right in the first few pages. But he was writing about this kind of stuff. 1996.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we have those kinds of things on Twitch now, where people watch animated avatars of these people talking that aren't necessarily the gender of whatever the avatar is. Yeah. So I just think it's really interesting, and I was like, you know what? I just watched something about this yesterday.
And it's funny because I just downloaded, I haven't used it yet, but I downloaded a thing on Steam that changes you into whatever character, like a wolf or, I played with it before and used it on stream, and I was thinking about doing it again, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then your birthday present.
One of them, yes.
One of them.
This is...
I don't know if you heard me. Good morning, Drac.
This is one of the other books I received. I did not pull the illustrated Dracula, although that would have been totally appropriate for theme today, according to this book. This is Hell House. This is Richard Matheson. if you're familiar with Richard Matheson is the same person who authored I Am Legend, which they made a film from. There was a film, I want to say in the possibly early 90s or 80s for Hell House also. There was a film.
If it's a horror movie, Drac would know.
And it reads, the back description reads like something Lovecraftian, something where 4 people go to a house to investigate it because it's haunted or has something going on with it, to determine what that is, and to prove that they're people enough not to freak out at the things that are contained there. So yes, very, very much a semi-horror element, not a slasher horror, but definitely terrifying. There is a Legend of Hell House. Belasco House is apparently a real place.
The Legend of Hell House.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll have to find the Belasco House info online and link it.
Yeah. I haven't read that one yet, but
yeah. So this was one of his birthday presents from Hierophany and Hedge when we went to Covington to Cincinnati.
But what I was blown away by, honestly, is I did not know this. Richard Matheson also wrote What Dreams May Come.
The Robin Williams.
Which was the film that Robin Williams was in years ago, where he's like looking for he's trying to get his kids or his wife back after they've passed or whatever.
Try to reunite them all
or something. Something like that. There was something weird going on.
Heaven and hell, and he had to go his.
Yeah.
I don't want to do spoilers or anything, but he ended up having to try and find his wife. Didn't know you were into horror, Val.
I like Richard Matheson, but I don't like certain types of horror.
Yeah, he is like equal opportunity reader and picks stuff that looks good regardless of genre, kind of thing. I think most of the time, usually. But he does like sci-fi is his main.
Richard Matheson writes some stuff that's post-apocalyptic and takes place in the future. So he is also in a few of his books classified as a science fiction author, but this one definitely seems to touch the border of horror more than it does.
Yeah, I Am Legend does.
I Am Legend.
I don't think I could even read the whole, that book.
Vampire zombies and the post-apocalypse.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of his books definitely walk science fiction. So.
Yeah, I had a hard enough
time. It's regarded as both. So
I had a hard enough time with the dog scene.
Looks like
in the movie.
Most of his stuff, though.
There's no way I want to read it.
Most of his stuff, though, does look more horror than science fiction, definitely.
Yeah. So on a brighter note, I have a couple. Well, not really.
That was bright. The other one was bright. Sort of.
It's dark in the physical sense. I Am Legend was awesome, both book and movie. Yeah, I love the movie. Absolutely love the movie. Have not read the book. I'll have to check this one out though. But so this is actually a children's book, and it's all shiny.
Ooh.
Called The Worm and the Bird. And it says, deep below the earth, worm dreams of having more space. There's not much room down there. Above, bird waits through sun and rain and wind. As the day goes on, will they both find what they're looking for? From the author of The Fox and the Star, this is a book about searching and hoping and how the smallest moment can be beautiful. So I love the guilt on it, but I fell in love with it because it's looks like it is screen printed. I love the wormy end pages. And you get stuff like this, and it's like monotone, well, not monotone, duotone. and it just has just a really pretty kind of letterpress feel to it. Find some more pages.
There you go.
Yeah. I just love the fine art style for it. And how it goes off the page. Sorry, my camera is trying to autofocus here. Okay. I should stop doing the disco thing. I was going to say that it might be illustrated because of the size. Guess I was right. It's actually not that. It's really not that big. I mean, it's like bigger, but it's really not.
It's like letter size. It's like 8 by 10. What,
yeah, not even
like that.
It's like 7 by 10 maybe. But it's just got really, really cool
it's not a,
pictures.
Maybe it is a little smaller than a sheet of paper. Yeah.
And it doesn't have the traditional happy ending to it, but it's more nature and cycle of life kind of thing.
I was already figuring it.
Yeah. Hey, Zach! Happy Pride Month to you, too. It's Pride. It's Happy Pride all year. At least for me. This is another one. This is Paper Ghost Press, which I love the stuff that they put out. And this is Mike Lowry, who is an artist that I follow. And he came out with this a while back, and I fell in love with it. I'd seen some of his other work. It's called Slightly Jet Lagged Travel Sketchbooks of Mike Lowry. And so he goes in and does the whole thing like comic style. But then he does stuff like this where he'll have like the different market and all the stuff they saw. They were in Germany there. And he just has some really cool stuff for travel. And it's a cute little inspirational book. And he doesn't hide that, he messed up and black that out. It's a conveyor belt sushi in Osaka.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
I want to go there.
Oh, yeah. No, there's...
It says, hi, we are the best. Pick us. It's yummy. Pick me.
There is...
I want to go get conveyor belt sushi.
You can watch the David Chang.
Oh, yeah.
When he does the around the world eating kind of videos.
Yeah, and he goes to Japan.
When he was in Japan, I can't remember if he was in some part of Tokyo, and down in the metro, there was a place that was serving ramen in a bowl this big. And
yeah, his buddy was
he was giving
like
his buddy
regrets.
he was giving his buddy trash because he's like,
that old lady over there, she's crushing it, dude. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? He's like, I'm so done.
He was like a third of the way through the bowl
great.
and was just like, I can't do this anymore. So Mike's just got some really inspiring little sketch note kind of things for his travels. And I always, when we do, I love the end pages. When we do any kind of travel, my big thing is I like getting a blank notebook and putting down all the stuff that I would have to look up while I'm there. That way I don't have to bring my phone out if I don't want to. I don't have to, except for my camera, I don't have to, look up or wonder about hours or anything like that. Like I put down the museums, the addresses, directions, you know, what their hours are, what their contact phone number is, what, you know, fees, if there's any, and I'll not necessarily plan out an itinerary, but I'll just put a bunch of stuff that like I'd like to see. And if we get there, we get there. If we don't, we don't. I'm big on wandering and finding new stuff. I have an Addams Family book similar to that, but it's the original drawing from the comics. Oh, nice.
That's amazing.
Very cool. Yeah, I like the original drawings from the comics. Those are cool. I have it's not Addams Family, but I have Edward Gorey. If you like the original drawings for the Addams Family stuff, check into Edward Gorey. You'll recognize his work probably from a lot of places. Addams Family Evolution. Oh, cool.
Evolution.
Evolution. Sorry, my reference. But yeah, I hadn't seen a whole lot of the Addams Family stuff until the one movie came out. I knew it existed. I'd seen a couple of snippets, but I hadn't really like looked at it until the Addams Family TV series. Oh, cool. Yeah, I grew up. Yep. Actually, it's Gorey. You want to grab the Edward Gorey book off the top shelf, the bookcase near the door. It's black and white. It's the Amphigory.
Of course it is. Black and white.
Yeah. But it's on the same shelf as the Firefly books. It's like second shelf down. Black and white.
Yeah. I have it.
I have 3 bookcases in the living room that are full. One is going to be in here soon. Yeah. Now this is a big book. This is Edward Gorey. Gorey. This is Amphigory. Very eccentric man. This is practically a self-portrait. Let's see if there's a picture in here of him.
Probably not.
No. But this is his work. There's a lot of black and white illustration style stuff and a lot of commentary on different things. And there's some really funny stuff in here. But like he does an alphabet book. It's the glorious. He's got one called the Glorious Nosebleed. He's got a couple of what is it? The Cashton Craniums. I can't remember the name of it. See if it's in here. Eclectic ABCDarium. No, of course they don't have it in here. So this is the Utter Zoo alphabet. So it goes in and it says, the Ampu is intensely neat. Its head is small, likewise its feet. The bugger slush conceals itself in back of bottles on a shelf. He's like Dr. Seuss gone wrong kind of thing. Oh, the Yoffle stares and stares and stares and stares and stares and stares and stares. That's this guy. About the Zote, what can be said, there's just one and now it's dead. So he's got a bizarre sense of humor and just I love his work. He's done a bunch of stuff. We saw a copy of Dracula that had some cover art by him that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's Gorey, Edward Gorey. And I'll have links to it. Yeah. And there's a what is the name of that book? It's gonna drive me crazy.
Okay, there he is.
Let me see. I want to say it's Tinnies. The Gashly Crumb Tinies.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, Amphigory is this one. Actually, no, this is Amphigory also. This is the second one. I don't have the first one yet. And this one's a Barnes & Noble edition. The Gashly Crumb. Yeah, Gashly Crumb. I've always heard it pronounced Tinnies, but it looks more like Tinies.
It looks like Tinies to me.
It's very dark humor, I'll warn you. But it's very funny in a way. But it's very dark, and it's about it ranks right up there with that, what was it, 101 Uses for a Dead Cat. I mean, it's not the best. It's not the best, but it's funny. But Edward Gorey has got some really, really cool stuff, and I love his illustration style. And he was the one that kind of first got me into all this crosshatch, and I love engravings and that kind of thing. This one's, stuff like this where he's got it sepia toned in here is really cool. Edgar Allan Poe type stuff, yeah. Been to a Barnes & Noble one ago. Barnes & Noble is pretty cool. We went a couple of months ago, and it was kind of, being in a bookstore was kind of anticlimactic, or at least being in a chain bookstore, because we found one in near Cincinnati last weekend. Was it last weekend?
Last week.
Yeah. Last weekend. And
wait, that was
Sunday.
Half price.
It was the day before your birthday.
It's half price.
But we found Roebling.
Yeah, Roebling.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a
Roebling
little indie.
Nice.
There's a little indie
place,
bookstore that was coffee house and laid out really nice.
I'm sure their mocha was better, but the Mocha Joe just needed to be stirred. But it was good. It was still good. I added some milk to it and stirred it up. It was good.
You can send photos in Discord if you want to, Zach. Are you in our Discord? Or in my Discord?
Okay, it's that one.
Let me get you a link here. Okay. So if you want, you can do in share here. And actually, do I have a book channel? I think I have a book channel. Let me look. Art, fandoms, ideas. What's wrong with me? I do not have a book section. Hang on. Okay, there is a book share section now. Had to remedy that.
Give that about 3 days to fill up.
actually needs to be a category. How can I do a category? Let me. Okay, you should be able to do Bookshare. However, I am trying to figure out how to do a category. Create category. There it is.
Okay.
My stomach is just going crazy. The library, there it is. Okay, Bookshare is under the library category. So we have officially have a book section now. And there is Discord. Barnes & Noble is the only bookstore left here in Connecticut. Thank God the few that are left, one is not too far from me. Yeah, there's Lexington is the closest one that we have. We have a brand new bookstore opening, though, the Tailless Dog Bookstore, or Booksellers, that opens on Saturday, that Issa started working at on Tuesday. So I am very excited about that. And it's not a used bookstore, it's a new bookstore.
Yeah, it's new books, yeah.
So, yay! So it should be fun. Go ahead and use that link, though, because I actually don't want to put it out on YouTube. So let me know when you've used it. Or I can send it to you privately. I can send it over, send it to you over on Twitch if you need me to. Yeah, I worked for Barnes & Noble. I was working for Barnes & Noble when I left for maternity leave with Issa. Before that, it was Books A Million, and my first job ever was in a Zondervan Books in the mall because it was close to me. It was a Christian bookstore. Chris was my manager, really, really sweet guy. But it was, my first ever fall down the rabbit hole of bookstores kind of job. And that was back when we had Walden Books in the mall too. But I was paperback manager for Books A Million. That was kind of a hazardous job because I would be privy to all the dollar books when they came in. And at one point I had a whole collection of hardcover Stephen Kings that were on the dollar table because there was no desk jacket. So yeah, Walden's was pretty cool.
I worked for Walden.
Yeah.
Actually.
Bookstop was pretty cool.
I worked at Walden Books for 3 years.
Borders was the one that I really liked.
It's the same company.
Yeah.
Borders is the parent company.
Yeah, they've closed.
Walden's is older, but Borders is the parent company over.
Yeah, Walden's Books was fun, though. That was before the bookstore cafes, I think. Because I don't remember any of the Waldens ever having anything. They were just the little hole in the wall,
yeah, they were always
bookstore kind of thing.
They were always the small shopping center store
Yeah, Zondervan's was like
or
that.
mall store, and then the Borders would open a big, building somewhere nearby usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So got some good news recently about something. I want to say it's coming in November. Disney Plus is doing a series for Willow. I am ecstatic. Warwick Davis is back. Yep. Kaya, who the person who played Kaya, his wife, is back. Val Kilmer is not in it. He's got some major health issues. He's had throat cancer and some other stuff. And I remember when we were at the last LexCon 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
2 or 3
was
years
it LexCon?
Now. I think
Glow
so.
was there.
I think so.
Was that LexCon?
I think so. Okay. Yeah, that was the big main thoroughfare, and she was at the one
she
booth.
Was in the back,
and he was at a booth like behind a curtain thing.
Yeah, they had it blocked off upstairs because they have the stadium seating up above the one section, and they had it blocked off so you couldn't see in. And they had him encased in this like curtain wall kind of thing, and they weren't warning people. And he looked really ragged. From what I told, people were really super startled when they walked in and saw him. And I was like, that can't be a good mental place for him to be in, to have these people react to him, when they walk in. But he was looking super rough, had the
trach,
but had the ascot
wrapped around it.
Yeah. Trying to hide kind of stuff. But I've heard he's doing better. But yeah, he was super rough, and he had just had surgery, I think, and some other stuff, and so I know that he wasn't in a position to probably film or do anything, so especially during a pandemic. But I'm hoping at some point that they bring him in, that there's some kind of a, even if they did makeup on him and made him look like, an older version,
warrior.
Yeah, but just or have him in the background or something. But it looks amazing, and he is a full-fledged mage now, and it just looks really cool. Yeah. There's actually a documentary that he did about the whole thing, and about his life, and about his acting, and about where he's at now, and where he was, and everything. It's really cool.
It was on Prime yesterday. I saw it.
Yeah,
it's called Val.
Yeah. But but yeah, he is, from what I've been told, a super sweet, just really nice human being. Even with everything that's gone on in his life. But I'm super excited for the series. It's going to be a series on Disney Plus. And so I haven't read the books. I'm trying to get a hold of them. There's 3 of them. And you can get the first 2 used good to fairly new condition. The third one, they jack the price big time. It's like the cheapest one I saw, and it wasn't even in that great a condition, was like $35, I think. Yeah. And then they have like the new ones for $300 something. It's crazy. But so, and I didn't see any kind of like, not audio books, but ebooks or anything for them. Actually, I need to look and see if there's audiobooks for it. I don't think there is.
For those books?
Yeah. Renee Aberjones did the audiobook for it, but it was on cassette. So that'll tell you how old the books are.
I mean, it might be on Kindle. You might be able to get it on
or
Audible. Check. Yeah, you might be able to find it for.
But if I find it, I'll put it in the link below.
A better price on audio.
Yeah. But I'm excited. That's in November. So, but we're going to let y'all go for today. Love y'all. Thank you so much for being here, for chit-chatting. And we'll be back next Thursday for our 32nd episode. And we also have, hey, aggressively. Hey. I'm starting to wonder if we should just like move the time later, because you're always coming in when we're getting ready to leave. Or were you here and just didn't say hi? I was like, did I miss? I didn't miss anything. Thought maybe I missed you saying hello or something. Sorry. But and if you're lurking and you want to lurk, that's totally cool too. But y'all have a great rest of your week. I'm going to be live streaming on Twitch at noon Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. And we're going to do some kind of crafty thing, or bookbinding, or drawing, or some kind of like make it with your hands kind of thing, not just art. So we'll do that on Saturday. But then after that, we're going to go check out the new bookstore. But love y'all. Take care. What? I started listening just a few minutes ago. I didn't realize how far in we were. You guys talked about the Addams Family too. I'll go back and listen. See you on Saturday. Don't be a stranger. Love you. Definitely. I'll probably snag you for gaming or something later, Drac. I say, here's all the books. I'm running out of room.
It's Richard Math is in here. So you can see the cover on that. And that's William Gibson on on my right here.
Yep. So we'll see y'all again soon.
I found this hardcover for next to nothing too, so you might be able to find hardcovers of that if that's your preference as well. The paperback otherwise usually runs $4 to $8 or $9 depending, but I can usually find the hardcovers of his stuff fairly inexpensive. Yeah, $3-4. Yeah, especially on eBay. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Say bye.
Bye.